So let us go with the part number 5. Part number 5 stands for the bearing brass. It is made up of bronze, and then the two quantities will be used. Two numbers will be used in the assembly. Now let us see how to go with this part. It is given the two views. In one view, it is given, okay, it's a cylindrical part. We'll come to know that it's a cylindrical part having the three diameters. One is 41, so one more is 56, and then one more is 48. Okay, and then in order to take this radius, okay, from the surface, there is an offset distance of 1.5 mm here. There is an offset distance of 1.5 mm in order to take the radius of these three dimensions, okay, with respect to the surface. Now, after coming to know that it is circular here, so it is given, okay. So after that, how much is width you need to take it for the circular part? So it is given. So this section it's given here, it is, okay, this C section here it's given. So this will be the inner diameter, this will be the middle diameter, and then this is the outermost diameter here from the central axis, okay. And then so for this C section here it is, it's given inner dimension is 33 and then the outer dimension is 39. So now to start with, I'll be starting this, okay, I'll be drawing this C section here as my profile. So let us go with the sketching, okay. So go with the start, mechanical design, part design. So go with the sketching here it is. So this part will be situated, okay, in the side view plane here. So now, so I need to draw the sketch here it is. So to start with, I'll be drawing the rough sketch. I'll draw the rough sketch. Okay, you need to see the alignment here it is. With respect to this alignment, you need to close it. Similarly, with respect to this point, okay, you need to close it here. You need to close it. Then afterwards, you need to set the dimensions. Okay, this is the dimension which is given, and then here it is given, and then so inner diameter. So from here to here it is inner diameter is given, and then the second diameter is given here it is from the central axis, and then similarly it is given the third diameter here it is. Here is the third diameter. Now, so before setting the dimensions, I need to make it, okay, symmetric here. So this line, okay, these two lines should be symmetric with respect to this axis. Select the three lines. Okay, select the first line, select the second line. These two lines should be symmetric, okay, with respect to this axis. You need to, okay, select all the three lines and then go here and then make it symmetric here. Similarly, these two lines, okay, for this what you need to do is you need to press and then, okay, hold the control button, click on the first line, so click on the second line here, and then finally you need to select the reference plane, okay, reference axis with respect to which you want to make it symmetric. Select the three lines, go with the constraint dialog box, symmetry, and then click OK here. Now you can change the dimensions. You can change the dimensions. So here it is. Okay. So to start with, so if I take this minimum one, so it is given. So the minimum dimension is 41, but in my case it is, when I take it, it will be more than this. So for that I'll come from the bigger dimension, or I can fix this one, okay, two dimensions here. It will be easy. So this inner one is 33 mm, and then the outer one is, okay, 39 mm here, 39. Then, so coming to the bigger dimension, I'll come from the bigger dimension here it is. The first one, it is 56 is the diameter. When I take the radius, it will be 28 mm. Okay, so the radius will be 28. And then the second one, so after this 56, 48 is the next, okay, bigger dimension 48. When I take the radius, it will become 24. Okay, it will become 24. And then the last one, it is the 41 mm is the diameter. When I take the radius, it will be 20 point, okay, 20.5 is the radius. In this way I'll be getting the dimensions. Okay, then it is showing the green color, so it's saying that my sketch it is constrained here. If you want to check it whether it is closed or not, okay, you can go with the sketch solving status here, click on it, and then go with the browse, and then you can see that all the lines have been iso constrained here, and then go with the geometry, it is closed here. The geometry it is closed. Okay, so close it here. Then so go with the exit workbench. Once the sketch is over, then go with the exit workbench. Now, so it is only 180 degrees here it is. Okay, this part I wanted only for 180 degrees. Just you need to go with the shaft command here. It is circular part, so for that you need to go with the shaft. Now here it is. So when I go with this first angle here it is. Okay, when I go with the first angle, it is only 180 degrees it is required. If you give the 180 here, so and then, okay, so press enter, then it is asking for the axis, so with respect to which, okay, you need to go with this. So you need to select the horizontal axis, select the horizontal axis, so we'll be getting here. If you give the 180 degree as the first angle, we'll be getting towards, okay, right side. Similarly, if I make it 0, if I make the first angle as 0, and then if I give the second angle as, if I give the second angle as 180 degrees here, if I give the second angle as 180 degrees and then click preview, so that I'll be getting the part on the other side. Okay, this is the difference between the first angle and then the second angle. You can take any angle here, it is either you can give the first angle or you can give the second angle. Now in my case, so I'll be considering this second angle as 180 degrees and then click OK here. Now, so afterwards we have seen in the drawing that, so this radius, okay, the radius will be offset from the surface at a distance of 1.5. Now I need to remove this extra material here, the extra surface or the extra metal which I have created. For that you need to go with a sketch, you need to select this, okay, plane here, you need to select this plane. Now, so you need to remove this part here and then this part, so for a width of 1.5. Now I'll draw the rectangle here, so no need to worry about the dimensions. Now, so I need to fix the width, so it is 1.5 mm here. This width of the rectangle, it is 1.5. So now what I need to do is, so I need to coincide, okay, I need to coincide this line, so over this okay, vertical axis here, okay, this okay, side of the rectangle should be coincided with the vertical axis, and then go with the constraint dialog box, you need to click coincide, so that it will be coincided here. Now this portion, okay, this portion until this portion I need to remove it here, okay, go with the exit or pinch, okay, so go with the pocket, so it is on both the sides, okay, I need to remove on both the sides, go with the mirrored extent here and then click preview and click OK, so that I have removed it here. Now when you see here, okay, when you go with the so front view, you can check with the different views, so that from here it is, there is an offset of 1.5 mm here, that you can see here. Now, so once it is over here, okay, once it is over, now the next thing is, so we need to create the grooves on the surface. Okay, you can check it here, it is, there are 3 grooves which you need to so form on the surface, on the circular surface. So for that, when you see here it is okay, between the 2 grooves, okay, between this groove and then this groove, you need to maintain 90 degrees here. So with respect to vertical axis, it is 45 degrees. There are actually 3 grooves, 1, 2 and then 3 you need to create. So one at 45 degrees, so here is one groove, and then here it is in the 90 degrees one groove, and then again in this 45 degrees you need to make one more groove. And so in order to create these 3 grooves, okay, 1, 2 and then 3, so it is given the dimension here, okay, it is given the dimension here, the groove width should be 2 mm, the groove width should be 2 mm, and then the depth it is, okay, 5 mm here, okay, depth is 5 mm. So now it is, okay, where we need to take it, so when you see here it is, so it is nowhere it is touching the, okay, diameter 56 here, 56 it is outside, okay, it is not touching at all. So it is, you can see here on the 56 diameter it is not touching, or it is not shown any profile here, but it is, okay, touching this 48 dimension here it is, okay, here is the radius, so it is touching the 48 okay, diameter here, or the radius 24. So on that we need to create it here. So I tell you, so how to, okay, make it, go here, so you can select, okay, select this plane, okay, select this plane, select this plane. Now I need to highlight this, okay, I need to highlight this, or I need to project it, go with the project create elements and then click on this, it will be projected here, okay. On this I need to make the groove, one here and then one here and then one more here. So now it is, okay, and then I need to have the depth of 0.5 here, okay. So for that you need to go with the offset command here, you need to go with the offset command, you need to click on this, okay, curve, and then I need to make it offset by a distance of 0.5 here, okay, you need to make it at a distance of 0.5. So for that you need to press the tab button, you need to press the tab button, so that it will come to the offset here. In the offset you need to give 0.5 here, okay, otherwise, so it depends, it will take it with, okay, whichever the direction which is having, okay, you place the cursor. So it is, if it is inside it will take the offset inside, if it is outside it will take the offset outside here. So now in my case, so I need to so place it, okay, I need to take the 1 mm of, okay, 0.5 mm, so it is 0.5 mm, okay, inside. So it is, if you press it, so that you will be getting the, okay, offset curve at a distance of 0.5 mm here. Then after this you need to draw the lines here, it is, you need to draw the line, okay, at an angle. So now what I will do here it is, instead of taking the line, So again I need to delete that line. I'll be taking the axis line here. It is okay. Take the axis line. So from here, from the center, you need to draw the line, and then you need to set the distance. Okay, angle here it is between this line and then this axis. You need to maintain a distance of, or sorry, you need to maintain an angle of 45 degrees here. Same way you need to do, okay, do it on the other side also. Here it is, you need to set the angle, okay, to an angle of 45 degrees here. This is also should be 45 degrees. Okay. So since it is, they are perpendicular to each other, for that it is taking, okay, it is showing over constraint. Now we need to have one more here. Okay, so you need to take the axis, okay, and then from here it is on the 90-degree line we wanted here. Now, so this groove width, okay, the groove width here it is given as 2 mm, and then the depth it is 0.5. We have fixed the 0.5 here, and then we need to fix the width 2 mm here. So for that I need to offset these lines by a distance of 1 mm each side on both the sides. Okay, so use the offset here, so take this line, okay, select this line. You need to move your cursor towards right side, and then now you need to press the tab button until you are, okay, so dimension comes to offset, so that you need to give 1 mm here. Okay, so that line it is offset to a distance of 1 mm. Similarly you need to have one more, okay, line towards this side by a distance of 1 mm here. Okay, go with offset, select this, okay, central axis, okay, select the axis line here, and then you need to move your cursor towards left with respect to the axis, and now you need to press the tab button, so that you need to get 1 mm here. So 1 mm, so that you got this, okay, grow here. So it is, we got the width as 2 mm, and then we got the depth as 0.5. Same way you need to do it here also. Okay, so go with offset here, so take this line, you need to move your cursor upwards, so press the tab button until you get this offset dimension, and then give the offset dimension as 1 mm, so that you got it here. Similarly go here, select this line, axis line, and then move it down here, so press the tab. Same thing you need to repeat here with the 1 mm here. So total you will be getting the width as 2 mm here. Same way here it is, you need to repeat offset, select this axis, move your cursor, so press the tab button, so give the offset as 1 here, so that you got 1 mm here. Same way select this line, so go with offset, so press the tab button and then give 1 mm here towards this side. Okay, and then press center. So this should be, so 1 mm here. Okay, 1 mm. Now it is, when I, okay, enlarge this portion, when I zoom it out, so that I need to have only this portion here. The width is equal to 2 mm, and then the depth is equal to 0.5. The remaining lines I need to trim it off. Okay, so go with the fit. You need to, so using the quick trim, okay, using the quick trim here, you need to remove all the other lines here. So you need to remove all other lines. Here it is, one of the line it got deleted. So now let us, okay, redo it once again. So for this, go with offset, select this axis line, and then you need to go with the tab for 1 mm here. Okay, now you need to use the quick trim. Okay, use the quick trim. So delete this line, and then delete this line, and then delete this line. And then centrally we got the lines in the center, you need to, so trim it off. So select this, and you need to trim the lines which you got it in the center. I hope that we got it. Okay, so that we got the 2 mm width, and then 0.5 is the depth, we got it here, and then here also we got it. Now in order to know it, so we need to, so go with the sketch solving status. So let us go here, let us check it whether our sketch is complete or not. Go with the sketch solving status, you need to, so browse it. So here it is, there are many points which are under constraint. You need to go with the geometry. So here it is, we got the So three closed curves. Okay, one is closed and then one more is closed and one more is closed here. Only this line it is left out here. Okay, this we need to delete it. This is the one isolated here. So you need to press delete here, so that finally we got the three closed curves. And then if you see here it is, so we got the iso constraint and then some under constraint point which are lying here and there. So those are the point which will not affect our modeling here. It is that we can leave it here and then go with the exit workbench. So we need to go with the pocketing here. It is only one direction we wanted here. So we need to go with the pocketing. When you see the sketch here, it is okay. To what length we need to remove the groove? So it is given total length as 33. So leaving 0.5 on both the sides, because it is not mentioned the length anywhere. So leaving 0.5 on both the sides, so we can have it. And leaving 0.5 on both the sides, so that I can go with the groove here. So go here and you need to go with the pocket. It is, so I told 33 it is given, so we need to take 32, leaving 0.5 on both the sides. So we need to take 16 here and select the sketch here, and then it is mirrored extent on both the sides we wanted. Go with the mirrored extent. So click preview and click OK, so that we got the grooves here. We got the grooves on the surface. Okay, so here it is. When you see the sketch here, it is we got the three grooves. Now we need to go with one more groove which is connecting all three. So all three grooves. So let us see the dimension, how much it is given for this. So when you see here, it is given. So it is given oil groove. It is 3 mm width and then 1 mm depth. Okay, for this groove which is connecting these three. So we need to go with this. And let us go here how to create this. So go here and you need to go with the sketch. You need to select the center plane here. Okay, so because with respect to the central groove, I need to go select the center plane here. And so for this it will be easy. My job will be easier. So I'll take it here. So take the rectangle, set the dimension. So this is 3 mm here and then this is 1 mm. Okay, so this is 1 mm and this is 3 mm. Now, so this should be placed centrally here, okay, with respect to this. So for that, what I'll be doing, so I'll project this element here. Okay, go with the projected elements. I need the reference, okay, this edge, outermost edge. You need to select this outermost edge here. And so before that, so we need to have symmetric here. It is, I need to make it symmetric. So this edge of the box, and then this edge of the box should be symmetric with respect to this axis. So go here and then you need to make it symmetric here. You need to make it central, so that your rectangle, these two should be sides of the rectangle should be symmetric with respect to this axis. That's what I made it here. Click OK. Now what you need to do is this edge should be coinciding with this edge here. Okay, select this edge and then select this edge. Okay, and then go with this and you need to give coincidence here. Okay, it is coincided here. Now you need to delete this line here. Okay, you need to delete this line. Now we have placed this groove in the exact location here. Go with the exit workbench. Now we have placed the sketch here, and then I need to make the groove from starting from this groove to this groove. So on circumferentially I need to make the groove. So for that you need to use the groove command here. Okay, so go with the groove command. So it is asking, so how much is the angle? So in this case, so if I need to make use of both the angles. If I give only one side, it will be taking only one side, and then in this case I wanted with respect to this plane, I wanted towards right as well as towards left side also. Okay, so for that, so when I check it here, when I give the 45 degrees, it will come to the center, but it has to, groove has to run to the other end also. So for that you need to give the angle as 48 here. Okay, give the angle as 48. Similarly the second angle also you need to give 48 degrees. And then it is asking for the axis. You need to select the axis with respect to this inner surface here. Okay, select the axis with respect to this part. So you can see here, if you give 45 degrees, it will be, so with respect to 45 it will be left here. So now if I give point, 3 degrees extra so that it will be touching the edge here. So click preview and then click OK, so that we got the groove here. So we got the groove, so which is connected. You can see here it is. So it is, you can find that there is a difference. Here it is begun with only depth 0.5, but here it is begun with a depth 1 mm here. That you can feel it here. Now, so after this, after making the grooves circumferentially and then axially, now you need to make the aisle holes. There are 3 holes. You can see here it is 3 holes with a diameter 2. You need to make it here, one here and then one more here and then one more. 3 aisle holes you need to make it. You need to drill it on this grooves, in the center of the grooves. So how to make it? It's very easy. You need to see here. So for the first one, if I select this plane, if I select the top view plane, if I draw it here, if I go with the pocket, I can get it here. So I'll do it here. Go with the sketch, select this plane, and then draw the circle. So taking the center point, you need to draw the circle. So take the radius. In this case, it is given the diameter as 2 mm here. Diameter is given as 2, and then go with the exit workbench. So now you need to remove it here. Go with the pocket. So it is, you can give more than this, because until here the diameter it is, the radius it is 24. You can give even extra also. I'll be giving 30 mm here. I'll give 30. So click preview and then click OK, so that I got the aisle hole here in the groove centrally, in the center of the groove, so that I got the aisle hole here. Same way I need to get it here also. I need to get it here and then I need to get it here. So for that you need to select the planes and then, so I'll tell you the procedure. Go with the sketch. Go with the sketch. You need to select this plane here. Select the plane. Now you need to draw the line here. From here. From this center point, you need to draw the line, and now you need to set the angle here. With respect to this axis and then this line, you need to set the angle. 45 degrees here. Set the angle 45 degrees. Now once it is done, here it is. Go with the exit workbench. Exit workbench. Now you need to draw. So place one. You need to place one plane. So the plane which is there here, it is perpendicular to this line. For that you need to go with the plane here. You need to create one plane, so perpendicular to this line. So for that you need to select the option, so normal to curve. You need to go with the option called the normal to curve. Select this. In this case it is asking for the sketch, so it is, the curve is the sketch number 6, and then you need to select the point where you need to make it. You can select any of the point here, it is whether it is outside the object or you can select it inside. You can select it here, it is, or you can select the end point of this line here, it is. So click preview and then click OK, so that I got the plane here. Now so what I need to do is, in order to draw the circle here, so I'll be selecting the circle. So this plane, and then on this plane if I draw the circle and then if I go with the pocket, I can get this hole here. That's all I'll be doing. Now so go with the sketch. Select this plane. Now I got the select plane and I need to draw the circle here. So take this point and then draw the circle here. So this circle, so which is having the diameter 2 mm here. All the 3 aisle holes will be having the diameter 2 mm here. So go with the exit workbench. Go with the pocketing. Go with the pocket. You can give 30 mm, it's no problem. So it is click preview and then click OK, so that you got the aisle hole here. So we got the 2 aisle holes. Same way you need to do it here also. Same way you need to do it here also at an angle of 45 degrees. Take the sketch. So take this plane. Take this plane and you need to draw the line here. So from this coordinate point or from the center point, draw the line. Set the angle. Set the angle between these 2 lines as 45 degrees. Once you draw the line, go with the exit workbench. Next thing is, I need to create the plane at this end point of this line. So take the plane here. So take the plane. So it is, you need to select the which kind of plane you wanted. We wanted normal to curve. That is perpendicular to this curve. It's already taken the sketch. This is the curve which is 8, and then you need to select the end point, so that your plane, this plane will be shifted here. You will be getting it here. So it is asking for 3 point. No, it is, I want normal curve to curve. So you need to select the curve here and then select the end point. So click OK here. You got it here. Next, go with the sketch, select the plane, and you need to draw the circle here. Okay, by taking this point as center point, draw the circle. Now you need to set the dimension for the circle. It is 2 mm here. It is 2. So go with the exit workbench. Okay, so go with the pocket. Go with the pocket. You can give 30 mm itself, no problem. Click preview and then click OK, so that you got the hole here. So in this way, we have drilled the 3 oil holes. We have drilled the 3 oil holes at the desired location. Now when you see the sketch here, it is, so we have completed, okay, all the features which is okay there for the part. Okay, this is about the part number 5. Okay, this is about part number 5. You can see here it is. So we have provided, okay, on the circumference, okay, only it is given the features. Okay, it is given on the circumference actually, and then so radially it's given. So we have drawn it here. So, thank you.